Right. So the dating apps are so different. So on eHarmony, men are quite intentional. There are only about 75 men altogether that are in the age group I'm looking for, the race I'm looking for, um, within 30 miles of me. That's not a lot. And they're average looking guys, just like any other site. They're not any more special, believe me. Tinder is no longer a hookup site. So full of men. I set my search radius to 5 miles. I didn't run out of men for days. And they're super nice. I had video calls with some of them, men in their 20s and 30s, and one as old as 60. They were really nice. They showed up, all except one. And some of the profiles are so funny. The men make the funniest profiles. There's some of them, they are so creative with their pictures. Sometimes I would just like laugh, you know. I matched up with a couple guys just to tell them I like their profile, even though I didn't want to date them. Unfortunately, I got banned on Tinder. I don't know if it was the cop that I told I'm an escort or the fact that I said I'm unvaccinated, but it could have just been anyone who didn't like me because I have a friend who works in a hospital and she's super sweet. She's super sweet. She's more of a people pleaser than anything. She's so nice. And she got kicked off Match.com, and she told me she thinks that if someone reports you, even if you didn't want to go out with them, that they'll ban you from the site. They don't look into it or research it. They just ban you. So I got kicked off Tinder yesterday, and so I made an account on Zoosk today because one of my friends on Facebook, or a couple people on Facebook, said they met their husbands or their boyfriends on Zoosk, and Zoosk does have a lot of people. So I was on there in September. I had paid for 3 months, but I got off after a couple days because Zoosk has so many men. It's so well known. And these guys like to send hearts and likes. And I was getting super triggered by the hearts and likes. I like men to send me a message. And I was getting really triggered by all the hearts and likes, especially from men that were, I thought, not up to what I liked as far as age and looks and testosterone and fitness and sexual aggression energy. But I was getting hearts and likes. So I just went on there. In the first 5 minutes on Zeus tonight, I had over 100 views. I've already had like so many likes and messages already. Unfortunately, on Zeus, now my age is set to 59, and I do like younger men, so hopefully some younger men will pick up on me. I did change the first sentence in my profile to no to likes, hearts, or erectile dysfunction because while I do enjoy my clients with erectile dysfunction, I don't want to date a man with erectile dysfunction. If he eventually gets it, and he will, that will be fine. But right now, I'm still feeling a lot of vigor. I still feel a lot of vigor and energy in myself. I mean, I don't know. You know, and these guys that are like grandpa bodies are sending me messages, and that's just, I'm sorry, like, it's just not my thing. I like them younger and hot, and uh that's just what I like, you know? And I don't know if I can get that, but that's what I like and that's what I want as a younger man. I'm thinking 40s would be really nice, late 30s to mid 40s. But we'll see. Um I would like to see the men on Zeus send more messages. I don't like the likes or the hearts. They don't realize it. They just go through liking every woman. But to me, when I get they comes into my message area, and now I have to just delete them all. I'm not going to respond to a like or a heart. It's too casual, and it to me shows low social skills. Like, are you afraid to talk to me? Or are you just sending likes to everyone? And I'm sharing that if you're a guy who does that, that's how it lands for a woman. But I think for women who are like have low confidence and low options, they may like the attention. Oh, good, a guy sent me a heart. But I'm not that easily impressed because I love myself. So that to me just seems a very low investment, very little effort. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. I am, there's a cat drinking water out of my toilet. That's what they do. I was distracted by this cat. Anyway, I just thought you guys might find my dating stories entertaining. Hey, look, it's been 8 years that I've been single. I'm like, what the fuck? I need to start dating. I don't necessarily need a boyfriend, but I want to start dating. What I noticed on the video calls was the guys that are like super freaking hot. I'm like, I could fuck this guy. So I would get on a video call, and first of all, they don't necessarily always look as good as their photos, but these younger guys have nothing to talk about. So I was having to lead the conversation, and that's like, no. I just got off the call. I'm like, I don't want to be with a guy where I have to pull the conversation. And I'm glad I did that because with the video calls, it's really obvious if we have something to talk about. Because if you go on a date with a person, I could be easily awed by his body or his looks or distracted by the dinner or the coffee. I could enjoy the dinner, I could enjoy the restaurant and not realize that he's actually kind of boring. Now, a few months ago, I did have a video call with a younger gentleman in his 20s, and it was super interesting because he's very interested in the economy. So we were talking a lot about that. He had gone to a private high school where they do a lot of critical thinking, and I had a really good conversation with him, and that's why I decided to meet him for coffee. But at the coffee, after the coffee, he was uncomfortable with the hug even, so I was like, no, this isn't for me. But it's so important, I think, to have someone that I have something that I can actually talk about. I'm done past the days of just meeting a guy for coffee and just wanting to fuck him because that gets really boring if that's all there is. I've realized that by now. I do want a hard cock. I do want fucking. You know, I'm 59, but I still like to fuck. I'm still healthy. I still love it. And I mean, not forever. Guys, I don't want to fuck you for 30 minutes, okay? 20 minutes can even be a long time. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes at the most. And I get kind of bored. It gets boring. It gets boring unless you keep me very well entertained while you're doing it. Unless we have some kind of love affair for each other, you keep me very well entertained. It gets boring after about 10 minutes. I'm not going to come from it anyway, so... But I want it to be hard. I love a hard cock because it's like energy. You know, I'm soft. I like the things about a man that are hard. I like his strong body, you know, his strength, his leadership, his hard cock. It's all part of what excites me energetically. So anyway, so that's why these grandpa types with their soft cocks, they're sweet. I want to caretake you. I want to love on you. You're like a little teddy bear. But a teddy bear doesn't excite me. Sorry. But you know, I work out, I'm fit. I probably have a lot of really good sexual energy that's totally untapped. If I were with a guy that I was turned on by, oh my God, I can't even imagine what would happen because I'm able to get myself really turned on with my clients, and these are guys I have no feelings for that I just met. I'm able to get myself into that state, but I know I could be 5 or 10 times more turned on by a guy that I'm into. But I'm not even thinking about the sex now. I'm just saying like that would have to be part of it. I'm just thinking about now about having a date with a guy that I find a good conversation that I enjoy looking at. Do I like looking at this guy, his body and how he's dressed? And do I enjoy his conversation with him? And do I like his energy? That's what I'm thinking about now. I'm not thinking about all the other stuff. I'm not worried about that. I just want to have like those kind of dating experiences. And I also am noticing that I feel really pressured by these guys that are looking for the one. It's like, oh my God, I feel so much pressure. Like, don't bring that to me. I just want to like push you away. Like, do not make me responsible for filling you emotionally or whatever, or being the one, because that feels trapping, and that feels, I know some people would like that maybe, and I don't think I'm avoidant attached, but when I read that with these guys, I have to check that in myself, that I start to feel trapped, engulfed, pressured. In fact, I had a date recently with a gentleman, a nice dinner date last weekend actually, and I told him when I got there, what came up for me is that I'm feeling kind of pressured. And he shared, he had the same thing going on for him. So I'm like, whew, whew. Then I was able to relax and enjoy the date. But no, I do not want to be on a date with you and think that I'm responsible for being the one. So, and that's why I want to date, because different feelings are coming up, different reactivities coming up. Like, I didn't realize maybe I liked emotionally unavailable men because available men would pressure me, or I would just feel pressured. Like, I made myself feel engulfed and pressured because maybe, but I remember as a child, I was always very independent. And whenever my parents told me what to do, I would hate them. I think we're all born, our souls are born from certain experiences, and then we also have our childhood that shapes us. And I was always very independent, so I don't like anyone where I feel like I'm pressured at all. I like people who are solid in themselves and we just enjoy each other's company. That's what I really crave. Anyway, so I just think it's good for me to, and it's good for all of us to go into these any kind of dating situations if we're single, and if we're in a relationship, to show up. Those of you watching this video who are in a relationship and wishing you were single, I challenge you to step up your game in your relationship. Where are you holding back with your partner? Where are you resentful and not saying anything? Where are you not speaking up? Where are you withholding affection, love, and care? Where are you feeling engulfed and triggered? You have a great opportunity to work on your shit more than I do. And that's what life is all about, is working on our stuff. That's it. And thank you for watching my video.